Cheers and celebrations. Thank you for checking out my channel. I am Charizard, at least until I change my name. If I do. Right now I'm just doing this video is just gonna be I'm trying to branch out into some new stuff. I want to do some reviews as well. So this is just going to be a review for Star Wars Skeleton Crew. So this is just going to be a quick review for Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Just I want to put my thoughts out there. First off, it's great. It's awesome. And let me preface, I am a cynical bastard. I watched The Acolyte mainly out of, the first episode was, we'll see how it goes, we'll give it a chance. And the rest was just hate watching, if we're being honest. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Skeleton Crew, which is awesome. This is just a preface that I went into it with zero expectations. I kind of had I did not expect anything good out of Star Wars at all. I did not expect anything good out of a Star Wars kids show. And I was mainly just watching it because Jude Law is an amazing actor, and he steals the show in everything he's in. Repo Man, The Young Pope, every other movie he's been in. And I wanted to watch it. And so this is going to be, there's no spoilers for this part, but there is going to be spoilers. I'll give a warning before I get into that. Let's just go over the basics. Sound design, amazing. It sounds like Star Wars. The music is phenomenal. It's great. It gives you a little bit of a nostalgic feel. It takes you far, far away. The visuals. How does the I'm gonna keep referencing it because, oh my god, if they would have just Batgirled it and erased it from everything, and they made sure it never saw the light of day, and no one could ever see it, and they burned it in a volcano like Sauron's ring, and all we saw this year which is they just released Skeleton Crew at the end of the year, this would have been an amazing year for Star Wars. This would have been actually pretty good. But they didn't, so that's their mistake. So, visuals. It blows everything out of the water. This is like some of the best visual stuff I've seen since like the actual movies. And not like the recent movies, like the prequel movie, like George Lucas putting an effort and passion into his movies. And it's almost all, like, of course there's CGI and stuff, but they do a great job because you can't really tell where the CGI begins because they put so much work into the practical effects. The puppets, all that stuff. It's amazing. This is one of those shows where it's like, if you watch them like The Thing back from back in the day, or so any movies that really use practical effects from the 80s and 70s, they hold up way better than anything that just used CGI from the early 2000s. This is a case like that. This show is going to hold up excellently because of all the practical effects and sets they used. So sound design, fantastic. Visual design, fantastic. The costumes, really great. They did a great job with the costume design. The ships, like the Star Wars, like the gear stuff. Star Wars Theory has some stuff on this, but it's like, a big appeal of Star Wars is like, there's a Chris Gore. I might be getting my names mixed up, my people mixed up. Apologies. But a big appeal of Star Wars is like the gear porn aspect of it, the lightsabers, the speeder bikes, the starships, nerdy, hardware technical shit that guys can look at and just be like, yeah, I would love to just build a starship. I'd love to own a speeder bike I could modify in my garage, stuff like that. I would love to work on my own lightsaber. What guy wouldn't? If you say you wouldn't, you're a liar, and I'm gonna call you on it. So they do a great job with all that stuff. And let's get into the acting now. The acting is great. The acting is really good, especially like we've all seen some really, really horrible acting from children. Go watch some of the old Goosebumps. Go watch Billy Owens, The Mystical Child, and not even crapping on the kid, the guy who played the original Anakin, because he actually did not that bad. You know, it's just bad direction. But great direction, great acting. Because I expected to be kind of irritated and just want to like skip past all the scenes with the kids, but they do a great job, like, you know, setting out like each of the roles. You know, like you're watching this and you're like, it brings back some memories, and you're like, I remember this friend group. I can see this friend group recreated with my own kids and stuff. Hey, cheers to whoever's watching. I'm just doing a quick. I'm not actually streaming Mass Effect. I'm just doing I needed something for back. Oh yeah, I needed something for background while I do a review of Star Wars. So I'm just doing a quick Star Wars review before I upload this to YouTube. Yeah. So the acting from the kids is phenomenal. It's great. It actually cool that there's a scene in episode 5. Brief spoilers here, where like these kids just run right into reality, like that kid who ran straight first into the brick wall at platform 9 3/4 and just smashed it. It was kind of rough to watch, and they did a great job. They did a really fantastic job. So this is only episode 5 is out at this point. I'm really looking forward to the next one because this was kind of a cliffhanger episode. Episode 5 is the best one so far. Episode 4 is a little bit of a slump. Episode 5 is so fucking good. It could have just been its own short on its own, and I think it would go viral. And Jude Law, as always, every scene he's in, this man steals the show. It's great. It's also kind of funny. The guy's got like 20 different. Every person who meets him has a different name for him. The first one you find is Jadna Naud, which is like. So did they just say Jude Law with a Star Wars translated on it? Because that's all I'm hearing, and I fully expect. Like in episode 6, we're gonna see another bounty. That's Jude Law, the evil outlaw rogue, and just everyone to just roll with it. Like, yeah, absolutely. So that's that. Actually, it's very rare for me because I can almost always find something to be negative about, but I actually have no negatives for this one. And so now we're going to dive into spoilers. I have no editor, so I'm just spoiler warning. Don't watch any more. If you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it now. You know, it's on the Disney channels, or you know, wherever, you know where to find it. Support the official releases. But so now we're going into spoilers. I'm not going to do a whole recap of every episode because I'll lose my train of thought and it's going to take too long. But so we're just going to do a couple little brief spoilers from each episode that I want to talk about. So one episode, they escape. The kids get flown off planet. They end up going to this spaceport, which is it was like a pirate outlaw spaceport, and it was designed excellently. All the aliens there looked phenomenal. It felt like Star Wars. It was great. They keep trying to tie it to the fucking Disney. They keep trying to tie it to the High Republic. No one gives a fuck about the High Republic. You should have just. I'm going off on a ramble again. I just gotta get it out though. They should have just paid all the authors for the Old Republic. Oh no, you have to pay people for their work. How horrible. Instead, let's just cut it all away and let's take all the characters and everything from the Old Republic, mix them all together, and then make our new stuff, the High Republic, which is really just a reskinned. The timeline is all like someone used to put out an official timeline because I don't think they tie it back to. There's some stuff that's tied back to like the High Republic, I think, But then also they say the Old Republic, but they're referring to the Old Republic from the prequel movies. That's what's the Old Republic now. And every time I hear the Old Republic, I grew up with the real Old Republic, which was so much better. I'm just going to be thinking of the original Old Republic, which is like 1,000, I want to say 1,000 minimum, 1,000 to like 10,000 years before the original Star Wars. And it takes place in a time where there's literally thousands and thousands of Jedi and thousands of Sith all throughout the Star Wars galaxy. There's a bunch more planets and stuff that don't exist anymore, but we're not getting into that. But that's why, because they keep talking about the Old Republic, and it's just, I keep getting confused when I watch it, and I have to remind myself, no, it's not that, it's the Old Republic. It's fucking weird. And which leads you back to, Disney should have just paid the writers, and they should have just used the actual Old Republic content. It's fine though, because they wouldn't have done it right, and they would have ruined Revan. It's fine. However, listen, whoever is in charge of Skeleton Crew, clearly they have passion for the series. They're the only ones who can touch Revan, and Bastila, and Satel, and Karth, and Atten, and Kreia, and Mitra Surik the Exile, who is also an amazing character. Alright, I'm rambling again. We're gonna finish up. So there's a brief moment. There's a episode 5 spoilers. This might have been one of my favorite scenes. It's just like the climax of the show at this point, which is why I want to make this review. So big spoilers. Jude Law turns on the kids. And it's like a big moment. It's kind of hard to watch. He's got this. He's got the same aura as Ray Stevenson. You know, the only good part of Ahsoka. And there's this pause, and then the pause goes on, and the pause goes on longer, and I'm just watching it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is gonna happen here? And spoiler alert: he turns on the kids. It's kind of hard to watch, because the kids are crying and they're all scared and stuff. And it's very sad. And then the main kid, I didn't even go to any of the characters. It's fine. It's all good. I'm still just figuring all this stuff out. But so for the 4 kids, you know, there's Fern, who's kind of like the tomboy, like the bossy, like smart tomboy of the group, kind of like takes charge. There's Wim, who is like written to like design, like he is written to like remind all the OG Star Wars fans about their own childhood. He like all this stuff. He's like playing with sticks with his friends. They have lightsaber fights in the woods. And he's having dreams. He's sitting under the covers reading Jedi stories, and it's just like you see scenes like those, and it just pulls you back to childhood, and it's like, wow, they did a great job. And then when he has his elephant friend Neil, who is just like the heart of the show. Kid's great. Even Anakin wouldn't kill Neil. And then there's CD. She's like an android girl. She hasn't had her episode yet. We're still figuring it out. I think like her android stuff is tied to some health issues. But she's like pretty much the tech person and Fern's friend. I'm hoping they do more with her. Back to what I was saying. So episode 5. So right when all the sad stuff's going on. So they're in this treasure room, which is why Jude Law betrays them. And so Wim finds a lightsaber. And the music is going on, and he's got the lightsaber, and you think for a second, I'm like, what are they going to do with it? Are they going to have him pull off the lightsaber? Is he going to have his Jedi hero moment? And he almost kills himself with the lightsaber. He almost bisects himself with the lightsaber, which is crazy to see. And it's also, I'm into Star Wars for over 20 years since I was a kid. In the movies, in the books, in the games, it is all, especially like in the games, it's like, why can't just anyone just grab a lightsaber and start using it? And it is stressed over and over and over. It's always the same stuff. If an untrained person tries to use a lightsaber, they are as much a danger to themselves as others. And there's a good chance if you do not have any if you don't have any ability with the Force, and you pick up a lightsaber, you're gonna lose a foot, a hand, or a face, probably. And I thought Will took his foot off. I had to rewind it, even because it's so close. It's so close. It looks like he stabbed himself because he's got the lightsaber. He turns it on, and it's upside down. And it's angled. He almost got himself with it, but it's angled down, and it's angled. He almost took a toe off. It was like 1 inch away from taking off a chunk of foot. And then the lightsaber, he drops it because he freaks out, screams, and then the lightsaber skitters across the ground. And then the kids escape, and then Jude, we're still not certain. In the first couple episodes, they're like, is he a Jedi? Is he not a Jedi? Pretty certain he is a Jedi, and he was either, because the timeline's all fucked again, and who knows how old the character they're having him play is, they haven't said it. He was either a youngling that escaped, or I think he was a Padawan whose master, like Cal Kestis, he was a Padawan whose master was killed, and then instead of like doing the Cal Kestis route and being good and becoming a Jedi again, he kind of went more the Han Solo route and forgot all about the Force, and like deliberately just hid all his history and stuff and became a pirate. And it ends with him using the Force, which has been getting like more smooth every episode, and he gets the lightsaber back, and it ends on that frame, and it's fucking awesome. They should have. Jude Law is a perfect fit for Star Wars, and yeah, that's it. All the characters are great, the music's great, visuals are great. Give it a shot, give it a fair chance. Just go into it and watch it with an open mind, and I guarantee you'll probably enjoy it. And that's that. Just wanted to put it out there, because I don't see... My channel has no views. I got 4 subscribers. It's 2 more than I had last week, baby. So I'm not expecting a lot of views on this one. But I did just want to put it out there, because I don't see anyone really talking about it or watching it. At the top discussion thread on Reddit has I think 200 comments or something, which is really nothing. So yeah, more people definitely should check it out. And that's that. That's my Star Wars Skeleton review. If you liked it, drop a comment. If you end up watching it after this, because of this, please drop a comment. Please share this, if you feel like it. And all the YouTube bullshit, as always. Please, it helps a lot, especially for a little baby channel like mine. Please like, comment, please subscribe if you enjoy this. I will post more movie reviews eventually. Right now, this is just, I needed something as a background. So Mass Effect menu and some light music. But eventually, if I can hit 500 subs, we'll get an editor. And that should be fun. So we'll put up more movie reviews and some gameplay videos. And that's what this channel's about. And I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe. Have a great day. That's all. Cheers and celebrations, gratitudes, and blessings.